Welcome to Quick Poker. Watch out, Chase. I'm Frank Carlino. You might know me as Breslin if you play on Global Poker. Bankroll update time. Sitting with only $48.02. Daily bonus collection we got today, 55 cents. Thanks, Global. Bankroll update after collecting bonus, $48.57. You were right, Chase. We shouldn't have cashed out. Money has arrived in our bank account, which is good. Stop that, Chase. Stop licking my face. So we'll be able to add that to our January cash out. So far this year, we're up $335, even though technically I made that money December of 2024. I cashed it out this year. Yeah, looking to make like 10K this year on Global. I don't know, not a bad start. But yeah, we don't have a lot of money to play with, but we are slowly building it up. Rake, not looking good, only 13. I mean, we turned a quarter into what, $400 that led to that cash out. We could turn 48.57 into a lot more. Let me tell you right now, I got a lot of respect for a streamer. Streaming while playing is very tough. A couple of videos I did, where you could see me and I'm trying to talk through it, and that's tough. And then last night's videos, I was just, in the dark and you can't really see me. So it's basically like just watching me play without any commentary. Here's the good thing about stream is now when I do these hand histories, I could go to the stream from the day before and I could do hand breakdowns without doing the hand replayer. I could just show you literally right from the video. And you get to see all the players' names. Look, I can pause. I can do all this stuff. We can watch the hand basically in real time with all the player names. This hand took place against Juxter. So Juxter was a crazy maniac. And let me tell you, it looked like I played this hand great, and I did, but it was only really because Juxter is a lot fluffier and looser than most players. So I see Juxter makes the flat call of Jason Max Open. That looks weak. He's seen a lot of flops. He's playing crazy. If you watch the stream from last night, he was doing all these over bets. He was doing all sorts of stuff. So I choose to not smooth call, which is dangerous. But I do think the best strategy for six max is three better fold. So I have King Jack. I have two diamonds. I don't want a flat call, but I don't want to fold. So I'm going to choose three bet, and I'm going to hope Jason Mack folds, and then I'm heads up in position against Justin. So that is the reason for the three bet. So I three bet to 1.3. Jason Mack folds and Juxter calls, and we flop Gin. Two pair, we're ahead of everything except, three sixes, three jacks, three kings, of which Juxter is never going to have because he was playing so many hands, calling out a small blind. He didn't even think about re-raising. We're gold here. Okay, but it is a very, very wet board, and we are worried about scare cards. So if he does bet into us, we're going to have to consider a raise. However, I feel like having the board locked up, he's got to be bluffing. So when he does decide to bet into me, I choose not to raise. He goes for 145, about half pot. If he has a flush draw, he should be checking so he can check call. So maybe he actually has a made hand here, slow played ace king. I doubt it. I'm basically putting him on complete air bluff. So what I'm going to choose to just call and hope a good card, dry card, comes off on the turn. And we get the two of clubs, which is great. A total blank. It's not a heart. Doesn't complete a straight. Amazing card. I love that two of clubs. If he bets again, you're going to have to consider raising because the chance that you're not going to get a scare card when you have a hand that definitely beating his value range right now, you might want to consider raising if he bets again big. So let's see what he does. All right, he bets half pot again into me. Betting half pot twice into the razor on a board that favors the razor is, I don't know what he's doing. So I figure he's on complete bluffs. Like, maybe not a stone cold bluff. Maybe he has a flush draw, but if I raise, he's just going to fold because I could tell kind of that he was weak based on the timing and the size. I did feel like he was weak. He was such a crazy player that even though it's such it's a board where I'm very rarely going to get a low card that's not a club or a heart, which is what I need for him to keep barreling, I still opt for the smooth call because I am that sure he's just completely bluffing, and I'm going to have to just hope he keeps bluffing. So I actually go for the smooth call again. We get the eight of spades, which is a terrific card, just as good as the two of clubs. Doesn't complete any straights, doesn't complete any flushes. Even the nine of spades wouldn't have been good because queen 10 gets there. A 10 would have been bad, a queen, an ace. So we get two perfect cards in the event that we did smooth call, which I thought was the best move at the time. So now I'm expecting him to just shut down. And he's not going to keep bluffing. I mean, he has to if he wants to win, but that's only if I have something like queen 10 or ace queen that missed that can't stand another bet. So I'm hoping he doesn't just shut down, but when he does shut down, he winds up checking here, and then I'm like, all right, the shutdown basically just means he has nothing. All right, so what are we going to do here? If we go all in and he had a complete bluff, he just has to fold. If we bet medium and he has a complete bluff, he just has to fold because the stack to pot ratio. So if I bet 5 and he raises me 4, he knows I'm not going to fold to that almost anything. So when you're in position, not out of position, and you know you have the best hand and you know they have actually nothing, how do you get them to put more money in? The only way is a really, really small bet that leaves him enough room to raise me enough where I may still fold. So if I bet $1 or something, and I still have like 850 left, he may try the bluff. So what we have to do is bet really, really small and hope he bluff raises. That's the only option here if he has complete nothing. And all right, let's say he had a hand that did have showdown value, and it's better than checking at least or going all in, because going all in, even a hand with some value, like maybe ace jack or something, or I don't know, some weird hand like ace 2 of hearts that maybe has a pair that might win against a hand like ace queen, those hands aren't going to call an all in either. So if you bet small and he doesn't raise, at least you get a little bit more value. But if he has nothing, this is the best possible play. So I think about it for a while, and I was like, I settled on 1.3 to maybe induce a bluff raise. So he sees my 1.3, and rather quickly, he jams. I induced it. I call right away, and he had the 5-3 of hearts. So yeah, perfect sizing on the river. 10 out of 10 by me. Keep in mind, most players won't try this, and it makes me look a little better than I actually am because this player was just so crazy. So shout out to Juxter. Definitely not a nit. And let me say one more thing. If I did raise the turn, he probably just calls off on the flush draw. Another $10. I mean, he was that loosey-goosey. He needed a 4 too. So since he had the 5-3, so now that we're going to see what he has. So the small bet induces the bluff jam from the out of position player, and yeah, he had 5-3 hearts. So if you think about his hand on the turn when that 8's not there, let's say that 8's not there yet, it's on the turn when he bets. He needs a 4 or a heart. He probably would have called off. So I think this player is crazy enough that a lot of different things would have worked against him because he was just so loosey-goosey. However, my sizing on the river was perfect. So keep that in mind. Next time you're in position and the player shuts down, that's the bet size you want to use to get him to bluff jam. Charlie Carroll calls it the BSTI, bet small to induce. He loves that play. He talks about it a lot on his channel. Charlie Carroll, another great poker YouTuber you should check out. All right, so I'm going to continue streaming. I hope you watch tomorrow. Let's pray to the poker gods that the stream run bet is over, because every time I've streamed, I've just gotten hammered with negative variance. Peace out, y'all. See you tomorrow.